Hello, hello, everybody. Okay. Oh, that's a terrible. Yeah. How busy is it right now? If you're in the park, I see. I think there's at least one person in the park right now. We have a video coming out tomorrow that I shot yesterday, and I don't know if you saw this on social, but it was the deadest day that I think I've experienced at Disneyland when it should be busy and ever. And I was curious, and it was the same thing the night before. But I'm wondering if it's going to be the same thing tonight. A lot of people were suggesting that it was the Dodger game, that was causing. I didn't even think of that when I was shooting the video, and I was just losing my mind trying to figure out. Yeah, I see that. I was going to ask, but I mean, it looks. I don't know if that's me, but there's nothing. We have the same bandwidth, the same settings that we always do. So I'm going to hope that resolves itself. I don't know if it's a bandwidth issue or if we're having, maybe my Wi-Fi is a little bit hanky right now. Yeah, there it goes. It's even, you know what, I'm going to try, let's see. There used to be a way that I could refresh it. It's not a smudge. No, when I'm looking at myself, I look fine through the lens. I don't know if there's a way to refresh this. No, it's not lighting. It's something else. No. It's a phone, you guys. It's a phone. Everything is auto, you guys. We do this every single time. I swear. No, guys, it's not that. I'm seeing it. I'm watching my replay on the monitor on my laptop right now, and it's pixelated. It's not blurry. It's pixelated. And pixelation is bandwidth. That's Wi-Fi. It's a connection issue. Yeah, Paul's right. I think it should clear itself up. It's not the light. It's not the focus. It's not any of that. I'm looking at myself in the phone right now, and it looks fine. The image is fine. There's no smudge. I mean, yeah, there's a light issue there, but that's not what's causing this situation. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna hope that this just resolves itself. I mean, I can start the stream over, I guess, but there used to be a way that I could refresh. You know, Walt loved pixelated screens. Anyway, oh my God. why bother? Now I can't not, because people keep saying stuff. Thank you to Jungle Cruiser for the $5 gift. Dave, can't believe Deadpool is coming back. I'm stunned. This is the largest tickle in Disney history. Don't want to see the punch. You know, I said something to that effect on Twitter today. I thought it was a one and done. I thought they were doing it just to promote the movie, and that's it. That's it. I can't. There's no settings, Danny. When you go live, there's no settings for Has anybody ever done a live stream on a phone before? There's no setting for this. There's no setting to like. It happens when you first start the only way that I can refresh that is if I cancel this live stream and relaunch it. Caroline, yes, I was able to get a reservation. They just started flipping this morning at like 10 a.m. I think, but they had been locked for easily a month or probably more. Yeah. So anyway, regarding Deadpool, I figured that was done. I can't believe they're going back. I mean, it was a good show. And it was popular, and it was full almost every time I went through there, or at least full-ish. But that's got to be a expensive show, especially because it started out with just Deadpool, and then it was Deadpool and Wolverine, or was it always? No, Wolverine came in later, right? You think they're front-loading the hype for Doomsday? Way too early for that. I mean, I know they have finished shooting, but no, we're a year away, I think, from the film coming out, right? Daniel, yeah, well, it is Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's the internet or just I'm getting interference from other service providers around here. Well, actually, there is only one service provider where I live. But interference from other, homes, perhaps. I don't know. Wolverine was there the first show. Why do I not remember that? Rumors are we're going to get a trailer with Avatar. A trailer for Doomsday? I could see that. Yeah, they might have some stuff that they could release for a trailer. Yeah. There should be. Yeah, I think there's probably a Spider-Man. They could be ready for a Spider-Man trailer too. Yeah, Kelly, I feel like you're right. Why do I think it was just Deadpool like the first week or so? Maybe more. I know the video. I think the video that I shot was just Deadpool. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Robin, how crazy is the park during Candlelight Procession? We were looking at going Saturday the 7th. Is that a good day for rides or people watching the show? No, that is actually not a good day to go to Disneyland in terms of rides. It's no different than any other day. The people that are watching Candlelight Procession are there just to watch Candlelight Procession. They're not, generally speaking, they're not coming in from other parts of the park and just rolling in and taking a seat. Those seats are reserved. The ones that are reserved, where you don't have to sit and wait, are club. And generally speaking, club is not going to occupy a lot of space in the park. Otherwise they're there to do that one thing, and then they're going to go get a drink or something. And then the other people who are watching it have been camped out all day, and they're there just to watch Candlelight Procession. I know the video is grainy. I sincerely apologize from the bottom of my heart. And if there was something that I could do about it's not grainy, it's pixelated. If there was something I could do about that, I would. But at present, there is nothing I can do about it other than canceling the live stream. That's the only option I have right now. Nate gifted $2. Thank you. He says, hit the like button. I feel like I need to go in there and change the title. Maybe remember that one time. Maybe that one time when we did that. When I'm like, I think I said I know. I can't remember what it is that I knew, but it reminds me of that day. I don't think it's clear now, Welly. I appreciate you saying that, but I don't think it's clear. No. I mean, I could try. No, I can't. Never mind. I can't do that either. There's just... There's nothing... Oh well, I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay, where was I? Yeah, it's not getting better. Thank you to Jungle Cruiser for the $2. Thank you. Wolverine will be making some select appearances. Right, that's what he was there almost always after he wasn't there last year, but I don't, my memory's a little fuzzy. Ralph Moon gifted $10. Thank you. Do you think Epic Universe was designed in segmented portals to easily change each land in its entirety once it has ran its course? Could that model work in Disney Forward? No, you can't build theme parks that way, especially not with the level of detail. I mean, what are you going to do with the How to Train Your Dragon portal? You can't. The portal can be changed, but once you're through the portal, there's nothing you can do with that land besides How to Train Your Dragon. That's fixed. And this is the reason why people often they neglect to realize just how permanent a thing is once it's built in a theme park. This is why they make attractions that are low risk, that are themed after existing IPs. They want to make sure that whatever they make, people are going to go see. They are very risk averse when it comes to being creative and trying to create something that maybe people don't know. Because once you build it, you're stuck with it for decades, at least. You can't just build an attraction or land and then change it again 10 years later. It would just be so cost prohibitive. So you've got to be positive of what you're building, and you're gonna be ready to stick with it for decades. It's the reason why attractions like Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor still exist. Texas Mariposa gifted $5. Thank you. Any idea why they no longer allow filming on Runaway Railway? In any case, keep up the great work. Yes, I know exactly why. They drop their phones on the floor, and it's a trackless ride. So anytime somebody drops their phone on the floor, the whole ride has to shut down. They have to shut down the whole ride while somebody goes out there and scoops up that phone. And so what does that do? That forces them, if it's a certain kind of situation, they have to dump the whole queue. Anybody who had a lightning lane gets an MEP. Certain guests who got past a certain point that were standby get an MEP. If you're on the ride and you were on via standby, you get an MEP. Those MEPs wind up being used again on Runaway Railway, causing an issue with impacted lightning lane, which makes standby increasingly long. So the more difficulty you have keeping an attraction open, the longer standby lines get. And since this is not an operational issue on Disney's part, it's a guest issue, they're solving the guest problem. So, and I've heard people say, like, we had a whole conversation about this on social. They're like, why is Disney's doing this? And they're shaking their fists. It's because we can't be trusted. Because guests can't be trusted to hold on to their stuff. Now, I went by at Goofy Sky School, and they built that whole net because people they can't hold on to their stuff. And if you can't hold on to your stuff, you're going to lose it, and you're going to make the ride shut down. J-Boy Walton gifted $5. Thank you. Any chance you suspect Big Thunder opening in the next 3 weeks? Well, they have not announced a date. We're still without a date. The refurb calendar goes 45 days into the future. And right now it's still showing it's closed 45 days into the future, which is just, I don't understand it. So, no, I don't think it'll be open in 3 weeks. John, didn't they leave room for more portals for expansion? Yes, they did, but that's a separate question from what he asked. He's saying, did they do the portal system so that they could change the portals that they did build? Let's say the people decide Monsters Land sucks, and they're going to replace Monsters Land with something else. No, they're not going to do that. There's no way they could do that. Kenneth Bartley gifted $5. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thursday, my daughter got married that day. That's awesome. Congratulations. And was at Disneyland Monday looking for you on honeymoon-like crowds everywhere this week. It's pretty light. I haven't seen the tip board yet. We'll look at that in a second. Ryan Shannon gets the $20. Thank you. In your opinion, is it worth it to upgrade from a Believe key to an Inspire key? And now that Thunder Mountain is testing vehicles, do you think it will reopen in the next couple of weeks? Well, I just answered that question. No, I don't think it is. Worth is completely subjective, in my opinion, when it comes to tickets or like hotels or things like that. I don't know what your discretionary income is. I don't know what you can afford. Obviously, if you can, Inspire is the best. It's like saying, is Lightning Lane worth it? Well, yeah. Well, no. Is Lightning Lane good? Absolutely, it's good. It's a total win. You get Lightning Lane, you're going to win. Okay? Is it worth it? I don't know. How important is $30 to you? How important is, $50 a month to you? How much can you afford it? Can you afford it? Is it a problem for you? Then if it isn't, then yes, it's worth it. Nate, get the $2. Thank you. Did you see the Scream 7 trailer? Thoughts? Yeah, I saw it. 2 thoughts. No Matthew Lillard, though we're certain he's in the movie, right? I would like to have at least seen his face at some point for some reason. I am a huge Matthew Lillard. I think he's one of the finest humans on this planet, even though I don't know him personally. But what I do know of him, he seems like one of the finest humans on this planet. I love Matthew Lillard. I think he's great. I want more Matthew Lillard in every single movie. But it was just basically Sydney trying to save her daughter from, the vibe I got was, I'm watching this, I'm like, how Sydney's acting like, oh, we're going to get this ghost face. Let's get him. And I'm like, aren't you tired, Sydney? Aren't you sick? Are you sick of killing Ghostface? Is it, what that happened to you 6 times before? Wouldn't at some point you just be like, God, again with the Ghostface? You just book it on your calendar. Well, it's summer. Guess it's time to kill another Ghostface. Pedro Fichot gifted $20. Thank you very much. Enjoyed your recent tram versus bus video with Liz. Surprised how close it was. Thank you for all you do in the park science. P.S. Happy belated birthday. Thank you very much. I was surprised by how close it was too, but I also think that's as good as it can get. I don't think Toy Story can beat, Mickey and Friends. I don't think Mickey and Friends can beat Toy Story. It can get close, but it can't beat it. Especially if you walk. I had a whole argument with Theme Park IQ, debate, with Theme Park IQ on social, and oh yeah, it looks great now. Hey, it's fixed. See, I told you. I didn't do anything. Look, we're good. He was saying that he always goes to Mickey and Friends and then walks it in, and that the walk that he's measured it, and the walk is a quicker walk from Mickey and Friends than it is from Toy Story, which I agree it is, but it's the combination of the short walk, or I should say the walk at Toy Story with the considerably less amount of time you spend actually parking. Just when you roll up, just rolling up to the Toy Story lot from the point you hit that threshold compared to Mickey and Friends is completely different to when you park. It takes 3 minutes, 5 minutes to not even that. It takes probably 2 minutes to park your car, and then the variable being a bag check, which is you eliminate that variable, bag check, and the 10-minute bus ride, and and how long it takes to get on the bus by just walking it in. That's fixed, and it takes about 12 minutes. I recall, I timed it, and I think it took me 12 minutes to walk in. Christopher Quinn, get the $5. Thank you. It's like Jaws 4: The Revenge. You lose 2 kids and still live by the ocean. There's just no explaining Jaws 4. What I love about Jaws 4 is that Jaws, it's literally a family. It's not even the same shark. They've killed 2 sharks already. This is, I mean, what, a cousin? A distant relative that's pissed off at the Brody family? So it goes all the way to Bermuda or wherever the hell it was, the Caribbean. It's Jaws 4 is quite possibly the most ridiculous premise of any film ever, and that includes Jaws 3. But Jaws 4, Jaws 4 is the most ridiculous premise ever. Sue, do you think the waterfalls at Matterhorn would come back soon? No, I'm sorry to say. But then again, as soon as I say something like that, that's when they fix it. We're going to be, you know, the one waterfall hasn't worked for a very long time. The rear waterfall by Nemo, that hasn't worked for quite a while. The front one, that worked. When they reopened the Matterhorn after the refurb, it worked. But then about like a week or 2 later, it stopped working, and it's been that long since. But if it hasn't been fixed by now, I don't expect it to be a quick fix. But then usually it is the case, so that as soon as I start talking about a thing, you know, they maybe step on the gas a little bit. Julia, when staying at a nearby hotel and walking to the park, how early can you enter, and what are the best breakfast things to eat on Main Street during that time? They drop the bag check at 7, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 7 a.m. bag check, and then they start letting guests in at 7:30. But if you're doing all that just to eat breakfast, that's not a very good use of your road trip time. 9:30, then go get breakfast. Road trip, hit a bunch of rides, then go get breakfast. I'm not a fan though. I do not suggest that you eat breakfast at Disneyland. It's a terrible value. Breakfast is super cheap to make, but they charge you full price. It's just scrambled eggs for like $12. You can make scrambled eggs for $1. You know, I just don't think it's good value, and I don't think the food is that great to begin with, the breakfast food. But if you're determined, actually the best breakfast is probably at Smoke Jumpers at DCA. And then they don't do breakfast anymore at Riverbell, right? Riverbell's doing breakfast again. I think they are, yes. If that were the case, I would say Riverbell is the next bet. Nick O'Hara gifted $5. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to take a picture with me. You bet, Nick. Happy to. Jungle Cruiser gifted $5. Thank you. Saw crazy Instagram rumor Disney is replacing Pooh, adding new Bayou Country themed ride. What is your craziest rumor you ever heard? That's not going to happen. If they were going to do that, they would have done it already. Winnie the Pooh is still a very popular attraction. It also sells a ton of merch. Winnie the Pooh merch is just printing money. And all that food and stuff that they sell in there, it's absolutely printing money. What is the craziest rumor I ever heard? I don't know. Mobile beer carts on Main Street, like just selling, like you're at a football game. Guy walking around with a cart, instead of selling popcorn or cotton candy, he's selling beer. I heard that rumor once. Breakfast wrap at Ronto Roasters is delicious. Yeah, all that, you know, the seasoning and the sauce and everything that they use for that is good. But again, it's just eggs. It's just, well, the sausage. There is the sausage also. I don't know. It's just not a good value. I have whatever reason, like, I want to get my money's worth out of a thing, and I just feel like they charge way too much for breakfast. David, is there still a plan to make Autopia all electric? I mean, as far as I know, yes, that's still the plan. It's been a while since that news broke. That was a year and a half ago, I feel like, maybe more. But I haven't heard anything otherwise. But you would think that we would have heard something by now, right? I mean, it feels like we should have heard something by now about what their progress might be. Breakfast is good at Carnation Cafe. Again, yes, but very pricey. It's very expensive. And that, that's becoming sort of a common theme with my observations these days, is that I'm just sick. I'm just sick of how much everything costs now. I'm just over it. Like, I mean, I eat in the parks now, but that's only because it's part of my show. If I didn't have this show, I would not be eating in the park nearly as often as I do. I wouldn't be going to Disneyland as often as I do, that's for sure. I'm just over how much everything costs. I'm over it. I'm just so, and it's not even just Disneyland. What was that thing? I saw something on Twitter about Chipotle. Chipotle's stock just dropped in half over the past year or so, and then, another, almost 20%, 20 points today. Joseph Campanelli gifted $5. Thank you. What is your opinion of Jingle Cruise? I thought it was great. I loved it. Was it cool or lousy? No, it was great. I loved it. Is it ever coming back? No, I don't think so. But Chipotle, like, you get a burrito at Chipotle now, it's like $20. What did I pay $20 for? I paid for a burrito. Oh, that's right. I got a burrito at Holy Moly with chicken. It was $18 for a burrito. Oh, it was also that stupid that breakfast, the cinnamon roll or whatever at the Sip and Sonder or at the Parkside Coffee House or whatever. $10 for a cinnamon roll. Like, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do as humans? There's nothing what are we supposed to do? You guys remember the $6 burger at Carl's Jr.? Or was it it was a $6 burger, right? Remember when Carl's Jr. just shocked everybody? We're gonna make the best cheeseburger you've ever had in your life. It's gonna be so good, it's gonna be so incredible, and it's gonna be huge. I mean, it costs $6, but it's gonna be worth it because it's so delicious. They called it the $6 burger because the price was so high. But that was the selling point. Crazy. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Brian Neodeath Hepner gifted $5. Thank you. Thank you for taking a picture with me this week. Made my day finally getting to run into you in the park. Absolutely our pleasure. Thank you very much, Brian. Who's our top fan right now? Ryan Shannon is our top fan right now. Thank you very much. And then it's, I don't know what that whole name says. Peter or something. Jungle Cruisers number 3. Great job, guys. Yeah, I don't go to Burger King anymore, period. Because the food is too expensive and their places are disgusting. I stopped going to, there was McDonald's by me that I stopped going to because the place is disgusting. They don't clean the place. They don't clean the floors, period, ever. Trash everywhere. Why should I go there? And it's just so, that's what I like. You want us to pay more and then not clean your store. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. Christopher Quinn gifted $5. Just a video from Bricky about a permit filled file for the Matterhorn, but it's just for a projector upgrade for a possible show edition. I don't think they're adding anything to the show, Christopher. I think I've seen that permit before, and I did not glean anything from that permit that made me think it was going to be anything show related. There are already things that are happening on the Matterhorn that would use something like that. So no, I don't think so. I'll double check when I go through the permits this week for our construction update on Monday. Is it 7:30? Oh my gosh, it is. Good night, Daddy. Good night, Princess. Or Fire Unicorn. Come here, give me a hug. You can't see you anyway. Good night, honey. I love you. Tomorrow's Halloween. Whoa. Boo. Boo. Red Robin has the best burgers and best deals. Redlands Redhead, I would agree with you. I take the family to Red Robin sometimes, and if you order correctly, because Liz and I can split a burger, we got out of there for like $15 a couple times. We got out of there for less than, we usually always get out of there for less than 20. And that's feeding all three of us. So I'm down for Red Robin. Okay, the file permits for cocoa. Yeah, we, you know, I got a video coming out about the cocoa permits tomorrow on our sister channel, FreshBaked Presents. We're doing news updates again from this desk, and we're going to be talking about those cocoa permits in that video tomorrow. What's Sophia going to be for Halloween? She's a unicorn, I believe. She loves unicorn. Or no. She might be going as either Rapunzel or what's her name from Encanto. Honest opinion about DVC. I don't know enough about DVC to have an honest opinion, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, I can't afford it. I know that. In-N-Out is very yummy. Yes, Pandora. Why? How does this live stream every single week start getting into fast food every single week, man? It's hilarious. Yeah, this is why I don't really complain about the price of food at Disney, because it's actually very competitive with the price of literal fast food, not restaurant food, not sit-down table service food, but fast food. It's competitive with fast food. Jeremy, what did you get when you went to Red Robin? As I explained, Liz and I, for example, we split a cheeseburger because we can't eat the whole thing by ourselves. So, I mean, it all depends on what you order. You can order $50 worth of food. I'm not saying that you can't at Red Robin, but if you plan or strategize your meal accordingly, you can get out of there for less than $20. Absolutely. Does Wendy's still do the biggie bag? That's what I always go for. I get the same, you know what I get? My go-to at Taco Bell lately has been that $5 box. You guys, they still have the $5 box at Taco Bell. I get the $5 box. You get a burrito, a taco, nachos, or Crispas if you prefer, or the cinnamon twist, and a drink for $5. You can't drag me away from that deal. Have you eaten at the Magic Key Terrace, and if so, what are your thoughts? I've been there twice, I think it is, and the food is decent, but it's been a long time. It's been at least a year, 2 years maybe since I've been. It's been 2 years, but the food was pretty decent, but it was incredibly expensive. Is Costco hot dog combo still, well, it's not a combo, it's just the hot dog is $1.50, yes. But it is just a hot dog. Danny C, get the $5, thank you. Why do you not comment or analyze the Believe, which I have, and Enchant Magic calendar during your State of Disneyland reports? Love the channel. Because it's the same. The buckets are all the same. So if a date is, there's no difference between the Believe bucket and the Inspire bucket. They have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking for sold out dates, not dates that are blocked out. That's not news. Blocked out, everybody knows what the blocked out calendar is. I'm looking to see how sold out dates are that should be available that aren't. So once I make that observation for the Inspire key, it's easy to just simply project that to the other keys. It's going to be the same whether I look at Believe, Enchant, or Imagine. It's all the same. Eminem gifted $5, thank you. Rumor via WDI employees, the DCA Avatar show building will house 2 rides, like in Animal Kingdom, but the second will be a coaster rather than flight. Do they put Na'vi River Journey, is that in the same show building? If that's true, why did I not know that? That's possible. It could. I would like to see 2 rides come out of that land for sure. The other thing is one will be a coaster rather than flight. I hope they don't do one of them is a boat ride. We know that. We already know one of them is a boat ride because we've seen the concept art. We don't, but that's all we know. It's just that one ride. So we don't even know if there's going to be a second ride. If it's a coaster, I'd be kind of shocked, to be honest. I would be kind of shocked if they built a coaster. What's an Avatar coaster? I don't know. Alton Yates, get to $20. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you, Alton Yates, for your generous contribution. I am very, oh, did I miss one from Jungle Cruiser? Let me go back. I think I did get it, because I'm going back. Oh, here we go. Jungle Cruiser gifted $2. I paid $15 for 5 pounds of cinnamon roll, or for a 5-pound cinnamon roll at Lulu's. That's a 5-pound cinnamon roll is big. I'm not surprised you paid $15 for that. Or is that the point you're trying to make, is that it was barely more than the $10 standard sized cinnamon roll at Sip and Saunder? Sip and Saunder's out of business. I don't feel sorry. I don't. I can't feel sorry for these businesses that go out of business because they charge such incredible prices. What are we supposed to do as citizens, as guests? What are we supposed to do? Just stay home and eat at home always? Alexis Corrigan gifted $5. Thank you. Which do you think will come first, Avatar or Coco? Coco will come first. I mean, yes, that is. I guess, right? We just don't dine out anymore. But it's not like we can. They say vote with your wallet, but there's got to be something else. There's got to be something. You know what we can do is some science. That's what we need to do. We need to do some science. We need to get into some science on food. People, so I'm not saying me, but the world needs to get out there. One of the theories why Chipotle stock sunk 20% today was because of that guy's tweet. Did you guys see that guy's tweet? He ordered a burrito, the same exact burrito. He ordered it through the app, mobile order, and then he went in and ordered the same exact burrito, and they're like twice the size. This one, the one that they make in front of you, was 2 times as big as the one that they make for you if you choose it for mobile order, same price. And then he put the 2 burritos next to each other. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And people are saying that's what killed Chipotle stock today. So that's what we need, is more science. We need to be putting these people on blast as often as possible. Show them the nastiness. Like, go do, I don't know, maybe we bring back Royal Dorks for that. Maybe I just go around to fast food joints and just blow stuff up. I'm just gonna blow up that McDonald's by me in my town and just show how disgusting that McDonald's is and how crap their food is. Brian Marino, hi David, have you heard about the rumors of the Disney villains being only offered during the Halloween season? Is it true or simply rumors? It's not even a rumor, Brian. I'm glad you brought that up. I was thinking about doing a video for FreshBaked Presents on it, but I didn't feel like there was enough meat on the bone. All of that started simply because somebody made a TikTok or a video where they met the Evil Queen, and the Evil Queen said, you need to tell Disney to keep me on staff here all year round, not just during the Halloween season. It was Evil Queen on camera who made that, that statement. And so all of the websites, this echo chamber of websites, inferred from that Disney was firing or turning villains into seasonal. Some villains are seasonal, and they've always been seasonal, but some villains are full-time. Cruella is full-time. The Evil Queen is full-time. You often see Maleficent out off-season. Hook. These villains are out all year round. They're not going anywhere, but other villains have always been seasonal. It's not a new development. So all of that whole thing started because of a TikTok and because of what the Evil Queen said on camera. I'm curious what happened to her, to be honest. I'm curious. But no, it's not, and so Disney said, no, I don't know what they're talking about. Evil Queen's not going anywhere. She's always been a full-time thing. Now, and then they said there are villains that are seasonal that you only see, like, I don't know, the guy from Hunchback, or, you know what I mean? Like, there are certain villains that you do only see during the Halloween season. If Coco comes first, why are they closing Monsters Inc. ride so soon? It takes a long time, Alexis. It takes a long time to get all that stuff done. The first thing they have to do, they got to close Monsters Inc. and then they have to preserve everything that's inside of it. All of the props and all of the theming elements, they're going to have to wrap those up in bubble wrap and ship them off somewhere. It takes a long time. Then they have to shut down all the ride ops and all the little different things. They have to, they have to scuttle all that. And then they have to tear the building down. It takes a long time. So if your plan was to start building Avatar even in late 2026, let's just say they're going to start building Avatar a year from now. Probably not even that, a year and a half from now. They have to start now. If their plan is to start putting shovels in the ground in a year and a half, they have to start now taking down Monsters Inc. and the rest of the backlot that's being destroyed, the studio buildings, etc. So you can't just take a bulldozer to it in a week and start working on it. Let's see. Where was I? Okay, Eminem, get the $2. Thank you. Avatar coaster would be Tron, but riding it. That's a big attraction, though. I like what you're thinking. I like where your head's at, because I like the Tron ride. It's fantastic. But it's too big. I don't see how you build that and the Shanghai Pirates in the same space. I don't know if you can. ScanFan Ed, get the $10. Thank you. Thank you for your great content. I imagine you watch how your videos are doing as far as views. Just curious, can you generally tell within the first few hours or day or so how well a video would do? 3 minutes. I generally know how well a video is going to do in 3 minutes. Maybe 5. I've made 5,000 videos, going on 6. After a while, you kind of get an idea of the rhythm of things. Are you more excited for Avatar or Zootopia 2? You mean the films? Probably Avatar, I guess. Exactly, Kelly Dooling. And Coco is not going to bulldoze anything. That's right. They have to clear a little bit of space, but basically they can just build that. They can start building that almost immediately. Yes way, Kelly. Yes way. The Shriddler. I can't remember how long ago you mentioned it, but you noticed that you always seemed to get stopped to admit yeah, it is often the case that I am, hold right there, please. And then they bring through a bunch of lightning lanes. I'm always the guy on that line. I'm always, you know what I mean? But it should be the opposite. That's in spite of the fact that I'm just one, because often the case, I'll put the one up before they even ask me, because I don't want them to tell me no. Because if you're just one, they might just say, yeah, get out of here. Go on. But it's still often, even though I flash the one, you don't hear it because I'm always just showing it. They still like, wait right here. I got to send 67 lightning lane guests before you can go. Hold on. Eminem, same building, 2 levels. But I mean, I still don't understand that. The Tron ride is 2 levels. That's a 2-level ride. It's 2 stories at least. Right? Are you telling me that they're going to wind the Pirates ride through the existing track on the lower level? I mean, I guess that would be really impressive. That would be really impressive if they could do that. I would give them so many thumbs up if they could do that. Alto sax. I flashed the one and they always let me go. You would think they would, right? Now get out of here. If you could get rid of one ride at Disneyland, what would it be? There's none. There's not a single ride that I would say get out of here, because they're for what? What are you going to put in there in place of Star Tours? Star Tours is like one of my least favorite rides, but the space is so small, you couldn't put anything else in there anyway. So what's the point? Just keep it. Just keep it forever. Every single attraction that is, legacy, as it were, built prior, every single attraction built prior to Indiana Jones is too small for them to do anything else with, or too popular, like Pirates or Haunted Mansion. Those have big show buildings, Splash too. But they're all too small. No, you can't, guys. People don't understand Autopia. If you get rid of Autopia, you have to get rid of everything above and below. You have to get rid of everything above and below, and that includes the lagoon and the Nemo ride. What are you doing, baby girl?
Running into walls.
That's what I thought. I heard her laughing, though. You can't just take out Autopia. They are symbiotic. It is connected. It is a part of the Nemo Lagoon. It's all connected. Same thing with the People Mover track. And People Mover with all the buildings that it goes through, that is. Okay, but you can't just say Nemo can go. If you say Nemo can go, you also have to get rid of Autopia, and you have to get rid of the lagoon. Now you've lost 3 fundamental key attractions, key points of, Disneyland. That's literal Disneyland. Those 3 things are just part and parcel of what the Disneyland experience is. And you will not forget it. It's so easy to say, I don't want those anymore. When they're gone, look at how people act towards Adventures Through Inner Space. Bring back Adventures Through Inner Space. Adventures Through Inner Space sucked. Okay, it sucked. It was not a good ride. They canceled Inner Space. They canceled it. And people are now looking back on it like, oh, I love Inner Space. I feel nostalgic for Inner Space. People talk about nostalgia at Disneyland like it's a feature. Well, it is. Nostalgia is a feature of Disneyland. But you can't say that. You can't say I love the nostalgia of Disneyland and say F Autopia, F Nemo, and F the Lagoon. You can't. Those are Disneyland. They are Disneyland. And I think Disney knows it. They just put in a bunch of money to rehabbing Finding Nemo. They spent a whole bunch of money to restore that ride. That was just a year or 2 ago? Yeah, I think they made a mistake getting rid of Carousel of Progress. I really do. They tried to overthink it. And that they learned that lesson. They learned that lesson when they got rid of Carousel. They're like, oh, yeah, what have we done? What did we do? What did we do when we tried to turn the People Mover into a roller coaster? What have we done? What did we do? You ruined it. You ruined it. Bring back Jungle Cruise. I agree. I don't know why they stopped doing that. What about bringing back Captain EO? Problematic. Captain EO is post Michael Jackson era, I think, problematic. And there's nothing they can put in that building either. There's nothing else that they can do with that building. It's also super connected to what's going on with Space Mountain. Eminem gives it $2. Avatar, not my speculation. Buddy is former WGI. No, I don't doubt it, but I'm just saying it. That's hard to believe. That's all. I mean, maybe you're right, or he's right. Obviously, anybody who worked for WDI would know more than I do. Can you install WDW People Mover at Disneyland? No. People Mover is dead at Disneyland forever. The only way, and I've said this 1,000 times. The only way that you will ever see a People Mover in Disneyland again is if they tear down Tomorrowland, the whole land. If they tear down the whole land and rebuild it from scratch, which was discussed. That was a possibility not long ago. That's the only way you can get a People Mover back at Disneyland. I missed 2 chats. Let me see. KE gets $5. Thank you. Does 28 Olympics affect the construction schedule? Well, the speculation, is that Disney's trying to finish Avengers Infinity Defense and Stark Flight Labs before the Olympics, Nick Gronbach gifted $5. Thank you. Which, if any, defunct Disneyland attraction would you go back in time to experience firsthand? Nature's Wonder. I mean, I've been on the People Mover, so I don't feel like I need to go back in time to ride it. But that's the one I want back the most. But Nature's Wonderland, probably, would be one I would like to have experienced. Just the way that it goes, the waterfall, and the way the train goes by the rivers of America and the bear and the rocks and all that. It looks like a really delightful. I would have loved Nature's Wonderland. Cool Igby. I still believe the People Mover should be converted into slow-moving family-sized cars that have a table in the middle so family can slow down and spend an hour having lunch and catching up. You know, I feel bad because every time I hear something like that, I have to crush people's dreams. You know what I mean? Like they're hanging on to this, and they tell those stories to their friends, and this is my idea for People Mover. That you can't do that. The principal issue, they could probably conceivably bring back the People Mover with, you know, they could restore it possibly, but you can't. There's no, the modern building codes, modern safety would never let that. You could never build the People Mover today the way they did before. There are no means of egress. Once you're on top of that track, you can't get down. Period. If there's an emergency, I don't know how they get people off that track if there's an emergency. There might be one or two somewhere ways down, but I would say probably 90% of that track is you are stuck up there. And so they would have to build numerous means of egress along the track to the point where it becomes untenable. So no, you couldn't do that. Plus, I think they may have already demoed part of that track inside the Star Tours and Space Mountain building. I remember hearing that. I remember hearing a rumor that they had already destroyed part of that track. Maybe they could restore it, I don't know. But simply put, the difficulty and the expense to restore that attraction in any way, just bringing the fire engine in any way would be cost prohibitive and wouldn't pass modern building codes. Joseph Campanelli, get the $5. Thank you. Because of modern building codes, there will never be a park like Disneyland ever built again. Keep the fundamentals the same. Every single attraction, as I was saying, built prior to Indiana Jones, could not be rebuilt. If you were to just say, I want to tear down Mr. Toad's and build it again, you cannot. The modern version of Mr. Toad's would be 4 times the size of the building that exists today. Matterhorn, you cannot rebuild a Matterhorn. The base would go from this to this. It can't be done. The only way, this is what scares me sometimes about the future, the Disney cannot be updated. It can't. Not the way it was. Jungle Cruiser gifted $5. Thank you. Dave, GE made Disney move carousel progress to get more guests from more parts of America and the world in 1973. Better marketing opportunities. Yeah, and in the process, they ruined it. Oh, here's interesting. Porkins, we broke down on People Mover long ago, right over the lagoon. We had to walk along the track, down past the monorail, and exited, where'd it go? Out down a hidden staircase right as you entered the Buzz building. I know what you're talking about. There's a few of them, but there are points where you have to walk on that track without any sort of fall protection. It's insanity. It's literal insanity. Considering, I mean, in the modern world, it doesn't, that type of situation simply does not exist. Do you think Coco will have a drop like Pirates? I don't know, maybe, probably not. Thoughts of soaring across America? I cannot wait. I'm in love with this idea. I'm absolutely in love with it. I know people have been saying, America, they're like, what are we celebrating? That kind of thing. There is negativity towards that concept, but wherever you stand on that spectrum, everybody would be benefited by celebrating America, is my opinion. Nothing. I just feel like it's the. I want to give the whole country a warm hug, and I feel like that's what soaring across America would be, is a warm hug for every single American, every single one of us, no matter where you stand, blue, red, or purple. Skyway didn't have an evac system. No, they did not. No, they did not. Nicole, we celebrate the people and the beautiful land. Absolutely. I love humans. I love Americans. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? I can't wait. I can't wait to see the fruited plains and the amber waves of grain. I can't wait to see all the Americans that show up in that show. And I can't wait for all of it. Evan Layton, get the $20. Thank you. He says, just what I'm thinking. We all need a big old hug. Imagine what would happen if we just started hugging one another. I know it's kind of progressive and new agey, but isn't that better? Isn't that better than being angry? I don't like being angry. I'm not the most, I'm not quick to hug. That's not my first instinct when I see another human. But my first instinct sure is farther or closer to that than it is to being angry. I'm tired of being angry. I don't like it. I don't like how I feel when I'm angry. And I don't like how I make other people feel when I'm angry. Now you got me all melancholy. Evan Layton, I don't like who I am when I'm angry. I can say really mean, hurtful things. I start getting really honest when I'm angry, and I don't like it. Hector, is Avatar Flight of Passage coming to DCA? No, I don't think so. I don't think they will build. I don't think they're building that type of attraction, period, anywhere ever. Oh my gosh, it's 8 o'clock already? Wow. What park do you hope they feature in the new Soarin'? I don't think they're going to